are we all doing? Welcome back to another night of football. We've got Egypt against Djibouti. Djibouti in the FIFA 2026 World Cup qualifiers in the African section. Egypt, the Pharaohs, need one more win. Just one more win to guarantee their place at the World Cup 2026. So, big all night for them, the Pharaohs, and they are facing the Showmen of the Red Sea. That is what Djibouti are known as. The Showmen of the Red Sea. And I think it's being played. Where is it actually being played? I think it's at a neutral ground, even though it should be Djibouti's home stadium. I actually think it's not. Hey, cheers, Jake. Thank you very much for that, mate. I think Djibouti and Egypt is being played tonight at... Where's it being played at? What stadium is it being played at? We don't even know what stadium it's being played at. This is ridiculous. I want to find out the stadium name. Where's the stadium? Come on, help me out. It's at the Stade Labi Zaouli in Casablanca. Oh, this one's in Morocco. Oh, well, it's Northern Africa then, isn't it? Northern Africa, that's Egypt's territory, basically, isn't it? I mean, this is closer to Egypt than it is to Djibouti, right? So, well, hey, there you go. Yay! Shell, how's it going? Good to see you. And Stephen, good to see you too. How are we doing? I'm doing very well, thank you. Did you do a bet? I did, well, ish, sort of. I've done Egypt -1, which is not a massive one, but it's just Egypt to win with a handicap of 1. So I think they probably will. Djibouti have conceded an awful lot of goals in this World Cup qualifying segment. They have lost 5 on the spin. 5 games on the spin Djibouti have lost. They have conceded a whopping 21 goals in 5 games. Yeah. They've conceded 21 goals in 5 games. They have scored just twice. So, everyone's expecting Egypt to stay. I mean, Ethiopia and Burkina Faso stuck 6 past these. Burkina Faso actually stuck 10 past Djibouti over 2 games. Lisha Mo is in North Africa. Yeah, he is, yeah. Chelsea Forever, hello buddy, good to see you. How are we all doing? But yeah, it's a big all night. It has to be said for Egypt. I think Djibouti are just kind of waiting for the qualifiers to end. It's not been a great qualifying campaign for them. Egypt are undefeated in the group so far, 6 wins, 2 draws. They need one more win tonight against Djibouti, who have they're falling to pieces when it comes to football at this moment in time. And Mohamed Salah does play. Mohamed Salah starts, for what it's worth. Mohamed Salah starts. Egypt have won all 3 of their games against Djibouti. Historically, they've scored 14 goals in those 3 games. So, if you're going to back... Egypt should win this, seriously. Prediction for this game. Egypt should win by 4 or 5. I'm going for Egypt 4 or 5-0. They recently beat Djibouti 6-0 in 2023, and Salah scored 4 goals in that game. So, this is what we're expecting tonight. We're hoping that Mo Salah scores plenty of goals, gets a little bit of confidence, gets a little bit of rhythm back, and we see the old Mo Salah that we've been used to for many, many years. That's what we're looking for here. Mo Salah. You know, no offence to Djibouti. I'm sure it's a beautiful nation with fantastic people. But I want Salah to rain an ungodly firestorm on Djibouti's football team today and win quite resoundingly. Come on, Mo Salah. Come on, Egypt. Let's go. But definitely expect goals in this one. I would think it's maybe going to be 4 or 5 goals in this. 124 says Salah another stinker today. I mean, look, if he can't... I hate to say this because it sounds really disrespectful, but if Salah can't score past Djibouti, there's not many teams he can. Because these lads are amongst the worst in the football community at international level. I don't know where they actually rank in the FIFA World Rankings. They are currently ranked 193. Yeah, 193. And that's out of what? I mean, how many teams are in the FIFA World Rankings? Like 100 and... There's like 243, right? Where are they? Let's have a look. They're 193. Oh my god, they're ranked 193 out of 210 teams in the world. That is where Djibouti are. They are just ahead of Timor-Leste and just below Aruba. So we shall see. Danny, what football match you watching? Big sign here, mate. Djibouti against Egypt in the African World Cup qualifying. Shell, come on, Salah, let's have a hat-trick. The only time I will ever say that. Gios, San Marino. San Marino are, I believe, 210th. They are the worst ranked team in world football. And then it's British Virgin Islands, US Virgin Islands, Turks and Caicos, Bahamas, Seychelles, Somalia, Gibraltar, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Cayman Islands, Timor-Leste, and then Djibouti. So not terrible, but not great. I reckon if there was 11 of us in the chat here with our football boots, I reckon we could give Djibouti a game. Lisha says, get some confidence against construction workers and then get locked up by Dorgu. That's harsh. That's very, very harsh. Clarkey, is that Trezeguet that played for Aston Villa playing? He is, yes. Yeah, the lineups, I have got them on the screen on YouTube if you want to check them out. The Egypt starting lineup is El Shenawi in goal. It's Hani, Rabia, Fati, Hamdi, Atia, Zizo, Trezeguet, Adel, and then up front is Mustafa Mohamed, and Mo Salah. So those two are the stars, really, of the Egyptian side up front, alongside Trezeguet, of course. We are off here in Morocco. It's in Casablanca, this one, for whatever reason. Maybe there's not the infrastructure to play in Djibouti. I don't really know. I would assume that there's not a huge opportunity. Maybe there's not massive football stadiums in Djibouti. I don't know. I can't say I am overly familiar with the Djibouti. Oh no, there you go. The El Hajj Hassan Gouled Aptidon Stadium is the national stadium of Djibouti. So why are they not playing on it then? That's weird. Why are they not playing on it? They've got a 20,000 seater stadium in Djibouti City, Djibouti. Why aren't they playing on it? Let's ask. Let's see. Why aren't football matches being played in Djibouti? I think it's because there's renovation work on the stadium. So that is why it is. I thought it might be something to do with, because it did pop up and say something to do with war, maybe, or something to do with proximity to a war. Maybe there's not a war in Djibouti, but maybe there's a war somewhere close by. I thought it might have been something like that from what popped up, but actually it's not. It's actually due to renovation on the stadium, and as a result of that, there is nowhere else for them to play in Djibouti. So they're playing in Casablanca, Morocco instead. So there you go. FCC, are you a Liverpool fan? I am indeed, yes. Tunners, how's it going? Jake, I heard today that Isak is still adapting. He's been here 3 years, for God's sake. Certainly adapting to his new team, though, eh? Same way Elanga's still adapting, even though he's been in the Premier League for a while. Elanga's still adapting to Newcastle, isn't he? Vigo! How's it going, Vigo? Good to see you. Vigo Krepalka. Where are you from, Vigo? And who do you support? Lisha, it's also to push the promotion of the AFCON, which is in Morocco. Oh, is that? Oh, okay. I know, but surely that's not an agenda for Djibouti. Like, the Djiboutian FA surely wouldn't really care about promoting the AFCON. Like, that's something for... Well, maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. And I don't know if playing games here... Because, to be honest, the stadium is absolutely empty. It looks like a lovely stadium in Casablanca here, but it's not full. I mean, it's not even... I can't see any fans. There's definitely a few Egypt fans, but I'm talking like 50. There's about 50 Egypt fans, and I don't know if there's a single Djibouti fan that's made the journey. But Djibouti's like, it's like East Africa, isn't it? It's right over by Ethiopia. So Morocco's like literally the other side of Africa. It's like the other complete other side. Morocco's like, I mean, it's northern Africa, but it is the other side of it. Hey, how's it going, Bubblicious? Good to see you. Joe, Ilanga's been shite, but still has more goal involvement than Verts. Hey, listen, if goal involvement are what we're using to calibrate the quality of a player, I think we've fallen some way. How's it going? Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. I am really good. I'm a little bit late coming onto the stream tonight because Egypt very nearly in. Yeah, because me dad got a message off some, like, do you know when you get to that age? I don't know. Hopefully we never do. I'm sure we will do as we get older. Like, when you're younger, you can just immediately tell when something's... Because we've grown up with computers, haven't we? We know when something's a little bit sus. Like, if someone messages you and you immediately know it's either a bot or it's a scam, and you're a bit like, just delete and block, right? I've come here and I got a message off my dad just as I was about to set up saying, "Oh, I've got a message off this person, and they've said this, and this, and I've been talking to him," and I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, what's happened?" So I've had to sort that out. Joe, didn't you brag on about that Voltemada didn't get enough goal involvement in the Bundesliga? No, what I said was that Voltemada's only been playing really in the Bundesliga for like 6 months. And he got like a handful of goals and assists across a 6-month period, but didn't do a lot else. Egypt must be one. Oh, he's offside. Who was it who got the tap in there? I think it was Mustafa Mohamed. Bonnerly says nothing about politics. I think Israel might qualify this year for the World Cup. I don't even know where Israel are in the World Cup. Are Israel actually in doing all right in the qualifying? I haven't actually seen, you know. I'll have a little look now. Where are Israel currently on qualifying? Let's have a look at FIFA World Cup qualifying. So, World Cup qualifiers, Israel are currently 3rd. Ooh, hey, they're not that far off, are they? They've got to play Norway, though, this weekend, haven't they? Norway away as well. I can't see them beating Norway. But they need Italy to drop points. Who've Italy got? Estonia. Yeah. See, do you know what? That's the problem. They lost to Italy, didn't they? Israel, I think they lost 5-4 in the last minute to Tonali. Here's Egypt coming down the right-hand side. Ball floated in. Chance must be 1-0. And it is. There you go. There's the first goal of the game. And it's number 20. Who is it? Is it Mohammed? I think it is. It's Mustafa Mohammed. But there's Mo Salah. Loving life. And Egypt go 1-0 in front. And it's taken all of 8 minutes for Egypt to take the lead. There you go. 1-0 to the Pharaohs. Vigo says, from the Czech Republic, what club do you support? I am a Dortmund fan. Oh, nice. Well, do you know what? There's been a lot of great Dortmund Czech players, haven't there, over the years, including Patrick Berger, who's I'm a Liverpool fan, so one of our sons at Liverpool, Patrick Berger, played for Dortmund, played for the Czech Republic. Jan Koller, of course. Remember big Jan Koller? Some great Czech Dortmund players over the years. Daz Reynolds says, big up, any news on Ibu's quad injury yet? How long will he be out for? Do you know what? I don't think there is. No, I don't think there is any news, or at least none that I'm aware of. Vigo says, Egypt or Djibouti? Egypt are going to win. They're already 1-0 up. Djibouti have scored 2 goals in their last 5 games. They've conceded an average of 5 goals a game over their last 5 games. They've conceded 6 to Ethiopia, 6 to Burkina Faso, and they're 1 down after 8 minutes here against Egypt. So there's going to be lots of goals in this one. Vigo says, say 5 players from the Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia. Any 5 at all. Well, I'll do my favourite 5. I would say Petr Cech, what a wonderful goalie he was, but I would also go with players like Vladimir Smica, Patrick Berger. I thought Thomas Rosicky was a really good player. Thomas Rosicky was a great player. Patrick Berger, Vladimir Smica, Thomas Rosicky, Milan Baros, of course, Pavel Cernicek. Trying to think who else I would include. A lot of good, great, really. Nedved, obviously, lots of fantastic players from Czechia. Stephen King, another bet up key. You're on a roll. Daz, what number is Salah wearing? He's number 11, I believe. Yeah, he's number 11. What odds did you get, Key? They can't have been good. I think it was like 1.3 or 1.4, something like that. It wasn't fantastic. But I mixed it in with... there's a lot of other... It's a long-running acca. It's not just that. I put it on with a few other little legs. Goals, Djibouti will win 3-0. Well, they're losing 1-0 already, so that can't happen. And yes, Salah is starting. Djibouti 0, Egypt 1 already, 8 minutes in. And like I was just saying, 6 goals. The average... Djibouti have conceded an average of 6 goals a game over their last, 4 or 5 games. Bonali says, hello from Kenya. I am a New Zealand Kenyan man. I am a big Tranmere Rovers FC fan. Nice. Big Tony says, what's the games you're on tonight? Just this one today, mate. Djibouti against Egypt. That's my one game. Callum, Key, I made a funny AI vid of you last night. Callum, you're getting creepier by the day, you, mate. This is just absolute wool behaviour. Vigo, which team do you think will win the World Cup? Italy for me. Nah, I don't think Italy will win it. They've not got good enough central midfielders. Can't see Italy winning it. I think it's Spain, mate, to be honest. I think Spain win it, Vigo. Big Tony says, Callum's a bit of an odd one, isn't it? Well, he is, yeah. He is a little bit of an odd one, Callum. We don't mind him though. He's harmless enough, aren't you, Callum? He's okay. Well, I like Callum. One of my favourites. Goal says, laugh all you want. Somalia will qualify for the World Cup 2026. I'm not saying I'm not laughing at that. I don't really know where Somalia are in terms of qualifying for the World Cup. You might be right. Let's have a little look. See. Right now, it's looking like Egypt and Burkina Faso, Senegal, maybe Democratic Republic of Congo, Benin have got a very good chance of qualifying, and even Nigeria might miss out. Yeah, Nigeria might struggle. Cape Verde have got a very good chance as well. Morocco are certainly there. Ivory Coast, Gabon. Honestly, there could be an awful lot of big African teams that don't make it. Yeah, Somalia, I don't think are making it. I'm sorry. Somalia aren't making it. Stephen King says, if Sheffield United played them, United would win 20-0. That's the level of this team. Well, a couple of chances here for Egypt to finish it off. It should have been 2, and I think it might be 2. Is it going to get given? He scored it. It's just whether or not he's onside. Is it Salah who scored it as well? Has it been given? It's a lovely ball through. It is Salah, and I think Salah maybe could have made it 2-0. Is it going to count? Is it going to count? It is going to count. I thought it was going to get VAR'd or checked or something, but no, it has counted. He looked offside, Mo Salah, but Djibouti 0, Egypt 2 after just 14 minutes. Big Mo Salah. Yeah, Mo Salah getting it again there. Love that. Vigo says, I have one important question. Do you think Dembele deserved the Ballon d'Or? Rafinha should have won it for me. No, I don't think Dembele did, and I don't think Rafinha did. I think it should have gone to Mohamed Salah. I think Mohamed Salah was the best player in the world last season, and I think he deserved it after 9 years of being absolutely world class. How far do you think England will get in the World Cup? Maybe the quarters, maybe the semis at a push. Welcome to Meme Land says they've got 1 point. Salah's wearing the number 10, by the way, for Egypt, not the number 11. I said it was the 11, it's not, though. High water Charlie, running down the wing. We love him. What a guy. Mattel, do you agree that Mo Salah has stopped off because he misses Trent? No, I don't agree with that. No, I think Mo Salah has not been at his absolute best this season because of a number of factors. One is the formation that we play. I think it's changed. An awful lot has changed. We've lost 3, maybe 4 players that we had last year, and that has therefore skewed a lot of what Mo Salah used to feed off. He hasn't got a lot of that now. So I don't think it's necessarily just Trent. I think that would be too simplistic. But yeah, he obviously has struggled. FM No Casuals, are you missing Diaz? No, see, again, that's another one. I think Gakpo is better than Diaz. Gakpo is better than Diaz. If you told me last year you can sell one of them, Diaz or Gakpo, it's Diaz every day of the week. I like Diaz, but people forget how he went missing in a lot of games. And yeah, Gakpo scored and assisted more, created more. Gakpo's, for me, tactically more aware as well. He's a lot more solid, works harder. Diaz is faster, better dribbler, can score out of nothing. For that reason, I would say he's better, but I would never ever say that he's better than Gakpo overall. Overall, Gakpo is a much, much better player. Battel says you can't deny the overlapping runs Trent made, but also Liverpool in general are missing Trent. But I know, but the overlapping run, Liverpool are still doing those overlapping runs, right? So Bradley is still getting beyond Salah, and Frimpong is still getting beyond Salah, and Szoboszlai is still getting beyond Salah. It's more the position that Salah is picking up on the pitch, and the amount of touches he's getting now is a lot less. And the areas of the pitch that he's touching the ball, it's a lot less. So, yeah, I think Salah's still a wonderful player, but it's going to take a bit of time. This is it. People too impatient. Takes a little bit of time for all these new signings to bed in and it all to click together. I'm sure it will click. FM No Casuals, the issues haven't been a right back missing, it's just new players adjusting. There you go. Perfect wording. I couldn't have said it better myself. Callum says Diaz more hat-tricks, can run at teams, tracks back. Can Gakpo? No. Diaz scored more hat-tricks than Gakpo, therefore he's a better player. Who got more goals and assists? It ain't Diaz. Tracks back. I guarantee you, if we looked up players that have regained possession more, Gakpo or Diaz, it ain't Diaz. Like I said, Diaz, I like Diaz. I have no problem. I think he's a good player, but I just don't think he's better than Gakpo. Simple. Matt says that was aided by Trent, the amount of touches that Salah made. Well, yeah, but I think if you put Trent back in the team, I don't think that changes immediately. Salah just straight back to it. I think there's a lot of players there that we're missing. Jota is not in the team anymore. Robertson isn't in the team anymore, so it's unbalanced over the other side. Kirkes is there now. We've not got Szoboszlai usually in the midfield, so Wirtz is there, which means McAllister and Gravenberch are picking the ball up deeper. There's all sorts of reasons behind it. 124 says there ain't a bigger downgrade from Trent to Bradley. Oh, he's absolutely a downgrade. For sure he's a downgrade. I don't think there's no upgrade on Trent, is there? There's no such upgrade. An upgrade on Trent doesn't exist. So, yeah, of course it's a downgrade. You're always going to downgrade when you sell the best right back in the world. It's part and parcel of it. Scott Gray says, as if Egypt are heading to the World Cup 2026. Well, Egypt have been brilliant throughout qualifying. They've done really, really well. And Vigo says, Egypt 6-0. Egypt must win. I'm sure they will. Bradley's awful. No, he's not, mate. Come on. He isn't. Conor Bradley is not awful. Conor Bradley is not awful. That's a ridiculous statement. Conor Bradley's, what, 21, 22, is he? He's the captain of Northern Ireland at 21, 22. Like, he's an unbelievable player. But again, still young, still learning. Kirkes is the real fraud. Kirkes was exceptional against Chelsea. I thought he was great. Chance for Egypt. Hit it, Mo. Penalty. Is he giving it? No, unlucky. Vigo, who do you support in the Champions League besides Liverpool? I don't really support anyone. We watch everyone on this channel, Vigo. We watch every single game. I watch a game of football every single day. So we're watching Djibouti and Egypt today. Tomorrow we're watching Scotland against Greece. Friday I am watching Northern Ireland against Slovakia. Saturday we're watching Oldham against Barrow and Northampton Town against Rotherham in the English lower leagues. And on Sunday, Scotland v Belarus. Monday, Northern Ireland, Germany. Tuesday, Latvia and England. But we watch everyone. In the Champions League, we'll be watching Benfica in a couple of weeks. I like Villarreal an awful lot. I like Betis. FM No Casuals just started my new job this week, by the way, Keith. Oh, how's it going? Hopefully it's going good, man. I'm rooting for you. again, takes time, doesn't it? Same as any new job, same as Florian Wirtz and all these players. It takes time to adapt to a new job. Scott Grice, do you rate England will win the World Cup 2026 and meet Egypt? Well, they might play Egypt. I think if they do, they'd beat Egypt. Because Egypt are the very definition of a one-man team. But they are a team, I'll give them that. Playing really well here. Flying forward. Djibouti completely left the runner there. Maybe 3-0. Oh no. Keep him out. Claim for a penalty, ref. No, he's not having it. Matt says, if you didn't support Liverpool, what club would you fancy? If I didn't support Liverpool? I don't know, because I feel that you should support a team that your family is connected to, and or at least that you have geographic ties to. So I always would support your local team. So if I was born in where I was born, in the Northwest, and Liverpool as a football club didn't exist, I'd probably support Everton. Stephen King says, who do you want for promotion in the Championship? I think the Championship's going to be an interesting one, but I expect we will see... Who do I want? You've said who do I want for promotion. They're not the teams that are going to come up. I want Blackburn, I want Preston, I want Wrexham, none of which are going to come up. So the teams that I want to come up aren't the teams that I think will. FM No Casuals, is Zizou playing for Egypt? He is, yes. Yeah, he's in midfield. NJR says, what happened to Salah? He scored. He scored tonight. What a baller he is. Michael, good evening, Kieran. Good to see you, Michael. How's things? And Daz Reynolds, when do Wales play Belgium? I think it's this weekend. I'm not sure what night, but I'm not doing Wales. I think I chose to do Scotland over Wales. Was it a good goal? It was, yeah. He got played through, ran through, beat the offside trap, and smashed it in the bottom corner. Who do I think will go up as well? Who do I think will go up from the Championship? I would say Ipswich. Ipswich is the one that I'm absolutely certain on. I can't see Ipswich not going up. I think Southampton will. Probably, maybe by the playoffs. And I'd like to see... Well, I think West Brom will as well. I think in time we'll see those. So I think Southampton, Ipswich and West Brom. They're the three that I think will. They'll get it right. Hey, Pup, how's it going? Early one tonight, yeah. It's rare that we're streaming before 5 o'clock, isn't it? Joaquim says, where can you see the game? My friend is playing for Djibouti. You can watch it on FIFA Plus. Hi, What Sport? It's on Watch ESPN for me. Yeah, you can watch it. Well, you can watch it in a few places. G. Lawrence, think Wirtz can get his first assist or goal soon, Key? I think so, yeah. I think he'll do fine. Probably next time we play against United. Might get one. We'll see. Stephen King says Ipswich, Borough and Coventry. Well, I mean, certainly those are the three that have started the season best. But I think Borough I'm a little bit concerned about. I think the defeat at Portsmouth. Joaquim, is there any place to see for free? Yeah, you can watch it at loads of places for free. And High Water... Oh, sorry, we've done that one, sorry. Vigo says, I have 2 tasks if you want. 1, name 6 Czech clubs. And 2, name 3 Slovakia clubs. Oh, Christ, okay. 6 Czech clubs. Why 6 and 3? I reckon I can do 6. Let me get a pen. Let me get a pen. We'll try and do 6. Go on, why not? We've got a check in the chat. got a check in the chat, so I've got to do a check challenge. The old check challenge. Right, so 6 Czech football clubs. So Sparta Prague, Slavia Prague, Baník Ostrava, Victoria Plzen, Slovan Liberec, and Brno. Is Brno one? Brno's one, isn't it? BRNO, Brno. So I'd go Slavia, Sparta, Baník Ostrava, Victoria Plzen, Slovan Liberec, and Brno. They're my 6. And then you wanted, what, 3 Slovakian teams? Jesus Christ, 3 Slovakian teams. Oh Christ, hang on a second. What are you doing to me? Michael, England could be the first European team to qualify for the World Cup if Serbia don't win both of their home World Cup qualifying matches, home to Albania and away to Andorra, providing England beat Latvia. And Pups is strange catching one of your streams without a Stein full of tenants. Steam, why would you be concerned about Borough after losing to Portsmouth? All of the teams have lost more. It's more the performance, mate. I think when I've watched Borough this season, I feel like you've won games without necessarily deserving to win games. You've done quite well. I just don't think Borough... I don't fancy Borough to go up. I don't fancy Borough to go up. I don't think there's enough in that team that I look at them and think... You might make the playoffs. I'd be surprised if you didn't make the playoffs, actually. But I don't think you're an automatic shoo-in. I think you've started really well, but I don't think the game against Portsmouth covered you in a lot of glory. I think that probably revealed an awful lot about Portsmouth. But yeah, there's a number of issues I think with Borough. Sorry, not revealed a lot about Portsmouth. Revealed a lot about Borough. Sorry, I've got all these bloody... Big Tony, Slovan Bratislava, great Slovak team, and thoughts on Russell Martin. Oh Christ, yeah, we're still doing Slovaks, aren't we? Vigo, I've been playing for Slavia Prague for 3 years, but I plan to transfer. Can you help me? Should I transfer to Real Sociedad or Feyenoord? Wherever you want, mate. If you like life in Spain, go to Sociedad. If you like life in Holland, get to Rotterdam. Whatever you think. Big Tony, thoughts on Russell Martin's sacking? I think it's the right decision, wasn't it, in the end? The right decision in the end. He's had a long time and he hasn't quite worked out for him. Daz Reynolds, what would you do against Palace in the Cup? Strongest or kids? I think you've got to go strong, haven't you? Huge opportunity to win a trophy. You've got to go strong. Shell, hope you had a nice day, Key. Yeah, good to see you, Shell. Hopefully you did too. Can't get Bajcetic back in. I did, yeah. Listen, Bajcetic has got to come back into the side soon. We've got a little water break here. Djibouti still losing 2-0. Vigo, I'm a good goalkeeper. I don't know what the goalkeepers are like at Sociedad and Feyenoord. Have a look. Have a look and see. Hey, thanks for the follow, Glenn. Cheers for that, I appreciate that. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with the Slovak teams, I've got to be honest with you, mate. I've been racking my brains. I can only think of 2. And then I've got like 2 or 3 others that I don't know if they're Slovenian or Slovakian. I think obviously Slovan Bratislava, but I would have Zelina is the other one that I know, and then after that I'm struggling. I am really, really struggling after that. Yeah, I don't know. I'll pass. I'll pass on the Slovak teams. I've failed the challenge. Okay, so we've got a little water break here due to, well, a cooling break rather. Stephen says, you say a number of issues with Borough. They're in great form, great league positions, players really good for the league, good vibes in the squad and around the stadium, best defence, only issue, attack not clicked. Yeah, but that's a big issue though. That's a big issue. And the other stuff, like good vibes in the squad, good vibes around the stadium, that's because you're winning games, right? That's because you were doing so well. That all changes very, very quickly if Borough start dropping points. And it's a huge game against Ipswich at the Riverside next Friday. We're going to be live for it, mate. That's going to be a massive game. Borough against Ipswich. If you can beat Ipswich, I think I might start to change my mind a little bit and take Borough a lot more seriously. But up till now, I just look at Borough and think they've had a really good start to the season. I don't look at Borough and see a serious competitor for coming up to the Premier League. You've had too many games where I think I didn't think you were great against West Brom. Yeah, I thought you were very, very lucky away at Preston. You should have lost at Preston. Very, very lucky against West Brom, I thought. A little bit lucky away at Southampton as well, to be honest. I thought Southampton played quite well. And then Portsmouth at the weekend, and obviously draw at Stoke, and a few other results where it's just not quite gone your way. Vigo, can you tell one Czech player who won the Ballon d'Or? Nedved. Pavel Nedved. Cheers, Shell. Joel says Ipswich are class. Ipswich, I just feel like if Ipswich don't come back up to the Premier League, everyone will be astonished. They're fantastic. Ipswich are a certainty to come back up. And then you're looking at Leicester, you're looking at, Coventry, you're looking at Borough, you're looking at Preston, Southampton. There's a fair few teams beyond them that are in the mix. There's probably about 9 or 10 teams after Ipswich. And there's only one automatic spot and maybe, well, obviously four playoff spots. So there's going to be a few teams disappointed. Callum, did you see that Anfield agenda saga? I did. Yes, I've seen clips. I've not really spent an awfully long time assessing it and watched it in the full context, but I've seen a couple of clips. Yeah. Stephen King, no way, wasn't lucky at West Brom. All teams need luck. Oh, of course. Of course. All teams do need luck. I'm just saying, I think I've seen enough of Borough this season to think you're not a shoo-in. You're not a shoo-in. You're a playoff side, for sure. I think you make the playoffs. Just. But I don't think you're an automatic promotion team. Certainly don't think you're a championship winning team. Yeah. I look at that and I see a team that's still struggling a little bit. You got one win in your last 5. It's not brilliant form, and I think Ipswich will. Even though Ipswich had a terrible start to the season, I really fancy Ipswich to beat you at the Riverside. They've got 3 in the last 5, 3 wins in the last 5, and it can all change so quickly, can't it? Because again, if you were to lose to Ipswich and results elsewhere were to go against you, in theory, you could be like 6th. So you could drop quite significantly and be a way off the pace. Tom, just had a scratch removed from my Tesla. 450 quid. Someone keyed out the side of my car. Bloody hell, that's harsh. Samuel, Ineos, Jim Ratcliffe should regenerate Old Trafford into a 100,000 seater stadium. William, who's the best player who plays for Djibouti? I'll be honest, mate. I don't know any player who plays for Djibouti. I don't know any of them. I don't know actually if there is any that play outside of Africa. Let's have a look. I'll tell you. The current squad of Djibouti. Yeah, there isn't a single. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. There is a defender who plays for the Tulsa Hurricanes. Oh, he's in university. So there's a guy who plays for the Djibouti national team, and he is in university in America right now. he's in university in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and he's playing for the university soccer team and also the Djibouti national side against Mo Salah today. How funny is that? That is absolutely brilliant. That's fantastic. Yes, you can have an opinion. We won't go up, but to say there's issues, I would only say attack hasn't clicked and we lost 1 game in 9. Yeah, but you've also not won games, mate. Forget about losing games. That's a mentality issue, though. You're saying you've not lost games. That's great. That's brilliant. If you want to stay up, if you want to go up to the Premier League, and you start talking about winning games, you're 1 in 5. That's not promotion chasing form. You've scored 12 goals in 9 games. That's poor. It's really poor. For a team to go up, you scored less than Hull. You scored less than Norwich, less than Derby, less than Oxford. You've had a rough ride, I would say. I look at it. I think Borough's position in the table. I think it's quite possible that the table can lie, can't it? The table can lie, and I think the table lies when it comes to Borough. Good club, good team. I wouldn't be surprised if you came up, but I don't think you will. Joel says, Watford sacked Paolo. I think with more time with his young side, they could get the playoffs. And thoughts on Watford appointing their 150th manager in the last 10 years. I mean, Watford are a little bit like Chelsea in that sense, aren't they? The pot toes. G. Lawrence Key, would you like your boys at Spurs to sign Wirtz? No, absolutely not. Keep Wirtz. Ben, is Mo playing, mate? He is, yeah. He scored the second. It's 2-0 to Egypt. 40 minutes on the clock. Stephen King, second in the league, so can't be doing too bad in terms of results. Well, hey, listen, mate, Liverpool are second in the league and everyone's tearing shreds off them. It's the same sort of thing. Borough, I look at Borough and I don't see a team that is a certainty, in my opinion, to go up for sure. I think there's issues there. That's all I'd say. In my opinion, there's issues, there's questions. More questions than answers, anyway, that Borough have given this season. It's very feisty, this one now. It's started to get a little bit feisty. I kind of wanted to take Mo Salah off the pitch now. Joe, I don't see Liverpool as a certainty to win the league. Nor do I. Nor do I. G. Lawrence Key for 120 mil. What returns do you expect from Wirtz this season in terms of goals and assists? Well, we've not paid 120 mil. Let's start off with that. We haven't paid 120 mil. We've paid 100 mil. So, I don't know where you're getting 120 from. But we're not inflating transfer fees around here. Jake, Liverpool have spent 500 million on a title-winning team. Okay, it's hysterical. We are a title-winning team. We've won the title. We've got the gold badge on our arm. Hey, gold badge. Jake, 116 million, wasn't it? Nope, it wasn't. Google it. Check it out yourself. We have 2. No, you've not. No, you've not. You've not got a gold badge on your arm. Unless it's Seller. Vigo says, do you think if Norway qualifies for the World Cup? Last World Cup for Norway was 1998. I remember that. I watched him in the 98 World Cup. Callum says Middlesbrough are a team due back up like Sunderland were, maybe Norwich too. Nah, Norwich, I can't see Norwich getting anywhere close to coming back up. They thought they were quite poor against Ipswich the other day. Hey, how's it going, Connor? Calm the Copite. Key, I've seen you running around St Helens in a Norwich City top. Darren Huckabee on the back. G. Lawrence, 100 million for words. Sorry, it gets me every time. They took you to the bank and committed robbery. Well, it's the going rate for a top player nowadays, mate. You don't get players who are 22, title winners. You know, Germany's best player. You don't get them unless you pay probably around about 100 million. It's kind of what the going rate for him, and it takes time. Vigo, Real Madrid or Barcelona? Neither. I guess I'm probably more Barca than I am Real Madrid, but yeah, neither I would say, to be honest. Steven says Liverpool won't make top 5. Liverpool won't make top 5. Listen, don't be getting all aggy now because I've said Borough aren't going up. Pup says we should have won that game in 98. Scotland against Norway, that was when you had Craig Burley. Did Craig Burley score in that game? I remember that. Video City says Egypt versus a made-up country. I mean, they're all made-up countries, really, aren't they? In theory, everywhere's a made-up country. All the lines have been drawn somewhere by someone one day, and it's changed all the time over the years. Christ, there's loads of countries that are made up. But every country's made up. But yeah, no, Egypt is not playing a made-up country. They are playing the showmen of the Red Sea, the great Djibouti national team. Egypt should be 3. Is it 3? Oh, unlucky, just off the post. William says, apparently Hayden Hackney is linked with the Premier League. Is he good enough for the Prem? I don't know. No, I don't think he is good enough for the Prem. No, I think he's a decent player, but no more than that. I think Hayden Hackney's a player you could probably bring in and do a half-decent job at somewhere like Burnley or maybe... I don't think he's better than any of Sunderland's midfield, put it that way. He's an alright midfielder. An alright midfielder, I would say. Thanos says Ekatike won't like Slot playing Isak more, and Alisson being injured is well bad. Well, hey, Mamadashvili, I don't know if you watched any Spanish football last year, but Mamadashvili is a very, very good keeper. He was one of the top keepers in La Liga last year, so not massively concerned with having... And he's played well when he's played in a couple of games for us this season, so... Alisson is obviously the best keeper in the world. You don't want to lose your best players, but he's only going to miss a couple of games. It's not a huge loss. Mamadashvili will cushion the blow. Joe says Germany's best player. Go on, who's Germany's best player then? Who's Germany's best player? Scored an absolute worldie for Germany against Northern Ireland a couple of weeks ago. Shell says, is the game any good? It's so-so. It's nearly half-time. We're about 15 seconds away from half-time. We've had a couple of chances for Egypt to make it 3, maybe even make it 4. But, yeah, it's an absolute cakewalk for Egypt here so far. Thanos says Voltamada is better than Wirtz. All right, okay. Yeah, of course he is. Of course he is. Angus Hampson, was Salah's goal good? Yep, Salah's goal was brilliant. Great finish. G. Lawrence, remember that worldie that Wirtz scored for Liverpool? No, me neither. Remind me again who you support, mate. Because I'm 99% sure your team has signed a player that hasn't hit the ground running at some point. Callum the Copite, ugly scoreboard, that justice for last season. Maheen, are you from the red side of Liverpool? Liverpool is red. The whole side of Liverpool is red. Angus Hampson, I've got the same GA as Wirtz. You've got the same GA as Wirtz too. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Voltamada is better than Wirtz. No, Voltamada's not better than Wirtz. Again, are we just going to keep going in cycles here? Are we going to go round and round and round saying that this is the game? Nobody believes it. Nobody believes it. You'd have to be an absolute fool to believe it. This season he is. All right, okay. This season he is. This season, Palace are better than Newcastle. Joe, you can't even argue that. Well, of course I can argue that. What? Because Voltamada's got a few goals since he's come in. Honestly, the idea is you've got Voltamada as the only striker you've got, so of course you're going to get goals out of him. Joe, let's say everything good about Liverpool to keep Key happy. Well, no, you're just bitter, though. You're just bitter because Newcastle is shite and they've not won anything for God knows how long. You've won a Carabao Cup, the cup that nobody really cares about. You've won it, and you've gone on an absolute, parade round the city. You've gone on a parade round the city. Ollie says you got a bet on. I have, mate, yeah. And Ben, even saying Volta is better than Flo is like saying Buffon is better than Andy Cole. Completely different players, different positions, literally cannot compare. Mate, don't even take them seriously. These are either people on a wind-up or idiots. Choose which one you are. Declare which one you are. Are you an idiot or are you just on a wind-up? If you're on a wind-up, you're on a wind-up. That's fine. No problem if you're on a wind-up. That's cool. We all like a wind-up from time to time. But just, let us know which one you are. Joe, do you not know how much that cup meant to the city and the people, pal? What a snob you are. Oh, money winding you up, mate. Why are you crying? What are you crying for? Money winding you up, so you wind up. What are you crying for? What are you crying for? Getting all upset for? Jake, I'm both, to be fair. Well, you didn't have to say that, Jake. I knew that one. I'm grateful, says, what do you make of Andy Carroll? What do I make of him? I don't make anything of him, really. He's good. He's a good football player that plays currently for... Is he in France still? He was in Bordeaux, wasn't he? I don't know if he's still playing. Just you wait for the end of January. Why? What's happening at the end of January? What's happened at the end of January? Not an awful lot, I'm guessing. Mahin, what game are you watching, lad? Big sign up there, Chief. Big sign up there. Djibouti against Egypt. I'm top member. Is right. Ben says, sure, every football fan these days only have short-term memories. To be honest, they're just not very smart, a lot of people, aren't they? Cheers for that, Daz. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, we are still running on the clock. Ben, Andy Carroll is at Dagenham and Redbridge. Dagenham and Redbridge, what a team. Remember Rushden and Diamonds back in the day as well? I'm grateful, says John Terry, could not deal with big Andy Carroll. Very true. Maheen, will you be watching the England game tomorrow? Nope. Don't watch friendlies on this channel. And Clarkey says Brian Mbeumo is better than Florian Wirtz. Yeah, no, he's not. No, he's not. And again, it's a different position. Brian Mbeumo is as good as he'll ever be. Right now, Brian Mbeumo is as good as he'll ever be. Florian Wirtz could one day win the Ballon d'Or. That's the kind of player Florian Wirtz is. William, when Newcastle don't win anything, isn't that the end of January? I mean, Newcastle never win a thing. They never win a sausage. Stephen King says Newcastle have not had the luxury to spend and bully clubs into transfers. Have they not? Have they not? Did you not watch the Johan Wissa transfer, Stephen? I think you seem to have missed the Johan Wissa transfer. Where Brentford said they didn't want to sell and Newcastle did exactly the same thing that every other club does when they get a we don't want to sell statement. Pretty sure you got short memories. Pup, another classic. Is that the score? It is. Another classic. NUFC Sam says, don't forget we beat you 1-2 in Wembley. How could I forget? You've reminded me every 5 minutes. Christ, we beat you. We've beat you since then. You've not stopped reminding me since. Stephen King says Liverpool cried when City and Chelsea was outspending everyone, calling it unfair. Now it's them, it's all legit. Liverpool haven't outspent anyone. What are you talking about? Liverpool haven't outspent anyone. We've still spent less than United, less than City, less than Arsenal. We spent less than anyone in the top teams. Anyway, amongst the top teams, we spend less than pretty much everyone. We're about to get started, I think, for the second half here, or the players have just started to come out already. Jack Patton says thoughts on Gerrard potentially coming back to Rangers. I think it was always going to happen, wasn't it? Just whether or not he was out of his taxable period from Saudi Arabia. That was the only thing that was going to keep Gerrard out of the job. But yeah, I think he will come back and I think he'll do a good job. Maheen says thoughts on Leeds' performance and Burnley's. I think both go down. Both are going to struggle to stay in the Premier League. Burnley, because they can't really defend. Burnley are actually not too bad going forward. But I think Burnley probably will struggle in terms of defence. And Leeds just haven't got goals in them. They haven't got goals in them at all. Daz, what's your 11 for the United game if all were fit? If all were fit, so like Alisson in goal. But that's not the case though, is it? Stephen King, no player or team is better than Liverpool or its players. It's like convincing a stone to bleed. You're right, mate. Hayden Hackney could walk into Liverpool's team. Hayden Hackney, absolute superstar, gets in Liverpool's midfield. G. Lawrence, you're not starting Wirtz against United, are you, Key? I don't know, mate. I've no idea, actually. I hope so, but I don't know. Jay Sakini, how's Salah been so far beside the goal? To be honest, mate, Egypt have scored and then just kind of sat off. The game's been pretty sluggish, really. A couple of feisty moments. Djibouti have kicked out at him a couple of times, and you know, I hope they're not trying to injure him. Callum, the cop-eye, says it would be Mamadashvili, Frimpong, Kanate, Van Dijk, Robbo, Grav, Jones, Soboslai, Chiesa, Isak, Salah. I don't know why you'd put Chiesa left wing. Baffling. Stephen King spent the same as Sunderland, according to you deluded Liverpool fans. Spent the same as Sunderland? I don't know anyone that said that, to be fair, but okay. Yeah, well, yeah, if they've said they've spent the same as Sunderland, then that's wrong. Stephen King was squared on Borough remarks. Are we? Are we? I didn't know. I didn't know we were doing level pegging or what. Mahin, do you record match day videos on Anfield? I don't, mate. No, I've not been to Anfield in about 18 months, and I've no plans on ever going back. William, does Higazi still play football? I remember him playing for West Brom. I think he is. I think he's playing in. Saudi. I'm sure he is. G. Lawrence, does Vert start for any other top 6 key? Yes. Yes, I think he does. I think if you gave any other top 6 team Florian Wirtz, they'd be starting for him. In fact, I think if you gave any other side in the Premier League, any other side in Europe, they'd play Florian Wirtz. Yeah. Ben, any memorable names in that famous Djibouti team? Well, just the one that I was telling you about earlier. I don't know if you was here for it. But there's a player playing for Djibouti today who is at university in the US. He plays for the university soccer team in the US. And, yeah, he's playing today against Mo Salah in Morocco for Djibouti. It seems to me that if you are a player of reasonable fitness and you come from Djibouti, or your mum and dad came from Djibouti, or your grandparents came from Djibouti, and you have a Djiboutian stamp on your passport somewhere, and you've kicked the ball about a little bit, you can probably play for the national team. Certainly strikes me to be the case. Most Djibouti players here play in the Djibouti National Football League, and there's a very, very small number that play outside that. One of which is our friend who plays in the US, who's at university in the US. Oliver Knox says Wirtz does not start for City or Chelsea. I mean, I think he does. I think he starts for City or Chelsea. I think he starts ahead of Neto. I think he starts ahead of Garnacho. Yeah, I think he starts ahead of those two. I think he starts ahead of Enzo Fernandez, to be honest. If you put in Enzo Fernandez in that number 10 spot, I think you put him there. Obviously, Cole Palmer on the right wing, Florian Wirtz in the middle, and whoever you want on the left. That would be a fantastic front three behind João Pedro. And I think you'd say the same with City, to be honest. You look at City's attack, it's kind of fluid, isn't it? You've got Foden maybe coming off the right, Doku maybe off the left, or Marmoush off the left, and Wirtz through the middle. That'd be unreal. Yeah, I think Wirtz does start. I think if you gave Pep Guardiola and Enzo Maresca Florian Wirtz, he would start for him. Yeah, no problem at all. G. Lawrence, Wirtz doesn't start for this current Arsenal side, Key. All banter aside, he gets no winning. Oh, you're bantering? Oh, it wasn't clear you were bantering. So you were bantering before. Just to clarify. Papa John's, any 0-0s in the AFCON World Cup qualifying? Oh, aye, there's a fair few 0-0s in the Asian World Cup qualifying. Oman, I think Oman and Bahrain's just finished 0-0 as well. Stephen King says, I'm not saying that Hackney would walk in. I know he wouldn't, but when fans of top teams name better players than yours, you won't have it. And it was you saying Liverpool spent the same as Sunderland. At the time, we did. At the time, I think when I said that, it was before we'd signed Alexander Isak and before we'd signed whoever it was we had towards the end of the window. But yeah, we had. That was absolutely the case before we'd signed Alexander Isak. And when fans of top teams name better players than yours, you won't have it. Mate, I know, but we're the Premier League champions. Imagine thinking that there are better players in other teams than the Premier League champions. There's not an awful lot of them around. When you're making combined 11s and you've got the Premier League, Liverpool are going to have at least 5 or 6 in there. Like, if you asked 100 people, the vast majority would name 5 or 6 Liverpool players. The more optimistic would name maybe 7 or 8. The less would be maybe 2 or 3. But, you know, Liverpool players are going to dominate a Premier League 11. Ollie, how many Djibouti players can you name? Just the ones that I've got written on the screen on the X1 that's going along the bottom. Ollie Marley, how many Djibouti players? Oh, you've done that one, sorry. Ben, Pep would love Flo, Stephen King. Right, we're equal. Up the borough. Down the borough. Down the borough. Or stay the borough, I think is what we should be saying there, Steve. Down the buddy. You're not coming anywhere. You won't be playing us anytime soon unless you draw us in the cup. Daz, when we miss Mo, convert to play on the right. He can, but he's kind of lost on the right. He's better playing through the middle. But that's what Liverpool have never had. We've never played with a number 10 for like over 6-7 years maybe. The last time we played with a number 10, we had Coutinho there. So Slot's having to rejig some stuff to try and make it work. Steve, how's it going? Good to see you. Papa John's, no surprises then. Pure quality international sides. Goals are always scarce. Clarkey, Florian Wirtz doesn't get in over Bruno Fernandes. Is that Bruno Fernandes that United fans and manager are desperate to sell? Is it that Bruno Fernandes? I was just double checking. It is that Bruno Fernandes, right? Okay. Doesn't start over him. Okay. And we've needed 7 games, a whopping 7 games to determine that. Not very smart, you guys. Come on, you're smarter than this. You're definitely more intelligent than this. Right. So second half underway here in Casablanca. Djibouti 0, Egypt 2. Ball down the left-hand side. Oh, cleared away. It's going to be a corner to Egypt. Jake Mount gets over him, Key. Come on. Oh, yeah, Mason Mount for sure. Taylor, Key, what game are you watching? Just big board up here, mate. Just have a little glance up there. Have a little glance up there. Got set 5 in today, it seems. Daz... Ollie Marley, if you had to choose one for Liverpool, who were you having? Fernandes or Guimaraes? Oh, Bruno Guimaraes, so every day of the week. Yeah, I'd have Bruno Fernandes on the bench before he starts for Liverpool. Are you doing a game later? I'm not, mate. No, I'm not doing a game later. I'm just doing this one tonight. Ben, why is the game not being played in the beautiful holy land of Djibouti? It's not being played there. I was looking at this before the game because the stadium in Djibouti is currently going under renovation. Yeah, that's right. The El Hajj Hassan Guled Aptidon Stadium is currently going under renovation, including a pitch renovation. I think they're digging up the pitch and relaying it again. And it's artificial pitch as well. So they're just relaying the AstroTurf on a national football team stadium. And that's why we're playing this game in Casablanca today. William, what about Trezeguet? He plays football, I'm sure. The guy who used to play for Villa. He's playing today, mate, yeah. Long ball from Egypt, straight through to the Djibouti keeper. Jake, he's watching best of Sven Botman clips. Can't believe you slated Sven now. He's on your 4-man shortlist. No, he's not. Mate, Liverpool are not signing Sven Botman. Liverpool, there's no way a team that has any level of ambition signs Sven Botman. No chance. Absolutely no chance. Evertonian 2025, another telly clap in red. another blue on TikTok. CB, up the Argyle. And Jake, I liked how you brexed yourself then, mate. You're going to have to try that one again, Jake. That's not a word, that, Chief. That's not a word, that. BRQX. That's never a word. I can't pronounce that. I can pronounce some stuff, Chief, but not that. Taylor, I've just watched the Oman versus Qatar. I thought it was Oman v Bahrain. No, Oman versus Qatar. Jake, Liverpool have him on a 4-man shortlist. Disgusting your unsettled players already. Liverpool do not have Sven Botman on a shortlist. Is this your inside sources again? your inside sources that said Newcastle weren't going to sell Alexander Isak, and he didn't want to leave anyway because he was so in love with Newcastle. Is it that one? Is it your inside source? Didn't quite work out that one, Chief, did it? Ollie, first Djibouti game then, Keith? It is, yeah. First ever Djibouti game. It's a momentous occasion. Look it up, mate. What am I looking... Go on, what do I have to type in? Is Liverpool publishing the shortlists on Google now? Liverpool publishing the shortlist. Are they actually disclosing the transfers ahead of schedule now? Fucking hell, you believe it, you? Honestly, I've got some magic beans for sale if you want to buy some. Christ, we're going to have to change your name to Gullible. G. Lawrence, talking of banter, Vert's stats in his first 9 Liverpool games are banter key. Mate, honestly, do you fancy Verts or something? Every single post, every single time you're talking, it's about Florian Verts. I mean, he's a nice looking lad, like. He's a nice looking lad, but honestly, you've not shut up about him. You're like a schoolgirl giggling away talking about him. I'm sure you've got a diary of Florian Verts. He'll be filing a restraining order on you if you're not careful. Parked up outside his gaff. Jake, you just can't get away from this Vert shite. Like, honestly, he'll have one. He'll have literally one goal, and everyone will shut up because they'll have to, because they won't be double. It's 009. It's Floppy and Vert's 009. You fucking sad sacks. Taylor, Key, any reason you're watching the Egypt game when there's loads on? Not judging, just wondering while you're watching it. I mean, can you name me a game that stood out more than this one at 5 o'clock? Wasn't that many. Joe, check Ben Jacobs. He's even put the shortlist on. Ben Jacobs has. Good lad. Ben Jacobs. Publishing shortlist these days. Yeah, no, I was going to say I didn't think there was any other game worth watching, to be honest. And I looked at all the games that kicked off tonight at about 5 o'clock. This was the best, in my humble opinion. Because I knew we'd get goals. I thought we'd get more than the 2 that we've had thus far. It's got Mo Salah in it. I thought Mo Salah would get a goal. He has. So, yeah, just that, really. Luke Chapman, my Northampton Town season is bad, very poor. Will next year lose? We're watching Northampton Town at the weekend. You got Northampton against Rotherham. Yeah, Northampton, Rotherham. Jake, what about Isak and Sweden? Why did you swerve that? Isn't Sweden only tomorrow? Sure, Sweden are only playing tomorrow. Yeah, that's not on tonight, that. Sure, that's tomorrow. Taylor, I'm watching Indonesia v Saudi Arabia. Christ, enjoy, mate. Enjoy. Mustafa Mohamed just got kicked there by the Djibouti defender. Sorry, what we're saying. Oh, cheers. Thank you, Terry. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Thank you as well to DazDaz235. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Jake, so will you be watching Sweden tomorrow then, Key? No, I haven't got Sweden on tomorrow. I'm doing Scotland tomorrow. Scotland against Greece tomorrow night, I think. Sure, it's Scotland, Greece. It's a real low block, to be honest, this from Djibouti. Changing it next year, I think, with 3 weeks in September. The international break. Yeah, they are. They're supposedly getting rid of the first international break. So we've already had 2, haven't we? This is our second. It's just going to be 3 weeks, basically throughout October to November. So we're going to get one massive international break rather than 2 2-week ones. There's one in November as well. Honestly, they should just end internationals full stop. Just have them all meet up for the first time at the World Cup, and that's how they get to meet each other and play together. It'd be brilliant. That would actually be fantastic. No warm-up games, no friendlies. Just get them to turn up at the World Cup, and that's where they all meet each other for the first time. Bruno and Joe Linton had to travel 30 hours because their plane window broke. The plane window broke. Wow. And Voltamada made to play with flu. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Those games in Brazil and stuff like that, it's mental. M.1, Egypt v who? Djibouti. They're a side from, or a country, rather, not a side, they're a country from East Africa, just next to Ethiopia, and they are playing against Egypt, the rock bottom of the African nations, or African World Cup qualifying. Egypt need to win tonight to get secured qualification for the 2026 World Cup, and they're 2-0 up with half an hour to go, and it's looking like they're cruising towards qualification. It's now just about making sure the players stay fit. M.1, any other games on? Oh, always, there's always games on. Always games of football on. Loads of footy on today. Jake was travel to Asia and window broke, so had to turn back. Bloody hell. I would have thought plain windows are made of stronger stuff. But yes, so we've got oh God, let me sort. We've got Scotland v Greece tomorrow night, and then we've got Northern Ireland v Slovakia on Friday. And then we're back to proper English League football, I guess. So Rotherham away at Northampton Town. Egypt, off the line and should be in. Oh, how's he kept it out? Honestly, this is proper schoolyard stuff, this. This has just hit the post twice and dribbled along the line. And it's managed somehow to stay out. It was nearly 3-0 to Egypt there. Yeah, we've got Northampton Town against Rotherham and then Oldham against Barrow in League 1 and League 2. Followed by, on Sunday, Scotland again. We've got Scotland against Belarus in the World Cup qualifying on Sunday. Then back to Monday, we've got Northern Ireland v Germany, which we watched the away leg, didn't we? We watched the game in Germany when Florian Wirtz scored the free kick, so we'll continue our Florian Wirtz scouting when he plays in Northern Ireland. I think he'll be playing at... it's in Belfast, isn't it? I'm sure it is. But yeah, it'll be Wirtz playing in Northern Ireland for Germany. Oh, that's a naughty tackle on Mohamed Salah, I think that's going to be a foul, surely. Get him booked, ref. Yellow card for Egypt. Don't know why. M.1, Wirtz is very underwhelming. To be honest, I don't think he's underwhelming. I think he's doing really, really well. Taylor, not doing England tomorrow. Come on, Key. I'm not doing friendlies, mate. I won't do friendlies. I only do games where there's actually something worth watching. You don't do friendlies. I can't not be watching friendlies. M.1, how's Salah performed? He's done all right, yeah. Oh, he's done all right. He's scored. So that's not too bad. He has scored. Lewis, why can't Salah play like this for Liverpool? Well, maybe because he's playing against Premier League defenders and not Djibouti players. Taylor, yeah, but it's Wales, who are also in a friendly. It's a friendly. It doesn't matter. I'm not watching friendlies. I would never watch friendlies unless it's maybe Liverpool in a friendly, and even then, I'm not massively interested in it. It's not a big game. Come on, mate. It's not a big game. Egypt have taken the keeper off. El Shenawi's gone off. M.1, I hope that's sarcasm. What about Wirtz? No, not at all. Not at all. No, Wirtz is a top quality player. And I think he's done really well in terms of Liverpool a point behind Arsenal. He's played in every single one of them games. Has he managed to make an assist or a goal yet? No. But yeah, I can live with that. I can live with him not doing that. Liverpool have started the season relatively well. If someone had said to you before the season, Liverpool will be a point off the top by the second international break, Liverpool fans would have taken that. Liverpool fans would have taken that. Of course they would. So, where Liverpool sit in the table is fine. It's absolutely fine. Florian Wirtz has played a big part in that. He's been on the pitch for most of the minutes in those games. So, it's a team game. Florian Wirtz has been in part of it. Thought he did really... I actually thought, do you know what? Florian Wirtz should have had a few assists if Mo Salah could finish. If Mo Salah could finish, he'd have had an assist at the weekend against Chelsea. No, there you go. No assist because of bad finishing. It is actually true. There's a number of chances that Wirtz has created that we haven't finished. There was a ball in that Alexander Isak missed. I think it was against... Who was that against? Was that against Atletico Madrid? Yeah. Against Atletico Madrid, Wirtz set... he set Isak up. And he did get an assist, actually. He got an assist for Ekitike earlier in the season. So, yeah, again, it's nonsense to say that he's not got an assist. But for me, I think he started the season quite decent, let's say. Maybe not well, but decent. He's been okay. Not fantastic, not dreadful, just okay. All Egypt here. All Egypt. I know, but Ben, by the same logic, to say that he's done shit is also incredibly biased. So that's what you're dealing with, innit? That's what you're dealing with. So fire with fire. Come on, Mo. Let's get a third. Let's get a third. Smartin says people who complain being second in the league. Well, they're not really complaining. They're just not very smart. They're not very smart, are they, mate? They just get the idea that Liverpool have got... I don't know. Well, it's... Do you know what? I say it like Liverpool fans are the worst. They are. Liverpool fans are the worst for it. Our own fans have been saying, oh, we're shite, we're awful, we're shite. Second in the league with a point off the top. What are you talking about? Form is temporary, class is permanent. And that is something that would be best remembered from one of our greatest ever managers. That quote that said, form is temporary, class is permanent. I think if Liverpool fans remembered that a bit more, we'd be fine. Clark, have you managed to stop crying about the 3 losses yet? I've not, mate. No, I'm still crying about it. Still struggling. Didn't stop crying yesterday. Shot from distance from Egypt. Ooh, unlucky. Very nearly 3-0. Very nearly 3. Djibouti struggling here. Simao Jose, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Make sure you follow and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back tomorrow for Scotland against Greece. Desperately need a couple of goals in this one because I've got Egypt and over 2.5. Well, I had over 2.5 and Egypt to win, so at least one more would be good. But if we could get that fairly early, that'd be nice. How are we getting on Twitch? Oh, sorry, I didn't even see that. Sorry, we've just had a comment coming on Twitch like 4 or 5 minutes ago. Sorry. Hi, Key. What would be your team of the season so far? My team of the season so far? Ooh, that is a good question. Premier League team of the season so far. I mean, there's a couple of players that you'd say are absolute essentials in it. Right, let me get my pen and paper. Let me start. Let me write down some names that I absolutely have to have in it. So I would say it's really tough. Premier League team of the season so far. Give me some ideas, people. Give me some ideas. In goal. Who's our standout goalkeeper in the Prem so far? Roofs. Now, that isn't a bad shout, yeah. That is not a bad shout. I think he has had a couple of... I mean, obviously, he let him down against Villa, didn't he? But, yeah, Roofs... I think I agree with you there. I think Roofs might be a very good shout for goalkeeper. Sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat on TikTok as well. One sec. I think the other standout players that we've seen have been bottom Robert Sanchez. Yeah, not Robert Sanchez. I would go with, I think Semenyo has to be in there. I think Semenyo's had a really good start to the season. I think Haaland has had a really good start to the season. Trying to think of other really top players who have had a really positive start to the season. Maybe Ismaila Sarr as well. So I'd maybe go Sarr, Haaland, Semenyo as a front three. I'd have Roofs in goal. I'd have, I think, Caicedo in midfield. Just for the 2 goals against Liverpool and Brentford, to be honest. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. I think I probably would put Ryan Gravenberch in there as well. I think Gravenberch's been unbelievable for Liverpool this season. And I think I would throw in... Give me some centre mids. Who's worthwhile at centre mid? Who's had a really, really good start to the season at centre mid? I think defensively it kind of makes itself. I mean, defensively I'd say Saliba has done really well. I think Timber has done really well. So I'd have both of them. Beyond that, it gets really difficult then, doesn't it? Do you know what? Polina would have been a good shout in midfield as well, you know. Caicedo, Gravenberch, Polina. Is that a little bit... Is that a little bit harsh? I think I will. I think I'd put Polina, Caicedo and Gravenberch as my midfield three. Even though it's quite defensively solid. Sarr, Haaland, Semenyo, and then at the back, Saliba, Timber, Wharton. See, Wharton in midfield. Yeah, Wharton's a good shout, but I think... Do you know what we'll do then? I'll tell you what we'll do. I would have... Let's have a rule of only one player per team. Let's make it a little bit more unique then. Right? One player per team, and I'm gonna put Timber in for Arsenal. So there you go. So we've got Ruffs, Timber, Sarr, Haaland, Semenyo, Caicedo, Gravenberch, Polina. Wharton has been terrific. I just think Sarr's been better. I also think Ismaila Sarr's been unbelievable for Palace this season. So come on, let's have that as that's a tough one. That makes it a little bit more difficult. You can only have one player from each team. Premier League team of the season, you can only have one player from each team. Tonali has been good, actually. Alright, fine, go on. I'll take Polina out. I'll put Tonali in, and I'll have Jed Spence at left back, because I think Spence has done well. So I'd have Spence and Timber, and then we need some centre backs. Then we're looking at some centre backs. Who's been really good at centre back this season? Who's had a strong start to the season? Do you know what? Ezri Konsa's had a really good start to the season for Villa. They've not conceded too many. I'd probably put Konsa in there. And then it's really tough then once you get to centre back. So difficult because all the best players have been. No, I'm not actually. I'm taking Spence out, and I'm gonna put Van der Ven in there. I think Van der Ven's been brilliant for Spurs, so I'm gonna put him in. Him and Romero have been absolutely unreal this season. So I put Van der Ven in, and we need a left back now. We need a left back. Bearing in mind that we can't have one that's played for the teams that's already in there. So we're looking at like Mikalenko, Dorgu. It's not been an awful lot of quality. Oh, I tell you, we could have Malik Diouf at West Ham. Do you know what? I'm giving that. That is my team of the season. There you go. Right. So have we got? Yeah. There you go. That's my team then. That is my team of the season. My Premier League dad twist team of the season. You can only have one player per team. So I've answered your question. It's taken me about an hour, but I have got there in the end. So I would go with. We've got Ruffs in goal. I like that. And then it's Timber, Konsa, Van der Ven, and Diouf from West Ham. Midfield of Caicedo, Gravenberch, Tonali. And then Sarr, Semenyo, Haaland up front. There you go. There's a team. There's a team. Let me know what you think. That would have been my team for team of the season. We got there in the end. We got there in the end, just about. Oh, we've got 15 minutes left in this one, and Egypt are now just cruising to the win. The Djibouti have got a player down here. Yours, Samuel, can you rank them in order from 1 to 5? Scholes, Gerrard, KDB, Lampard, Giggs. In order from 1 to 5. I mean, mate, that's so difficult because they're in different positions. They're in completely different positions. But, okay, fine. If you want me to... In terms of who I would want in my team, it would be quite simple, to be honest. It would be... It would be Giggs 5th, Scholes 4th, De Bruyne 3rd, Lampard 2nd, Gerrard 1st. There you go. There you go. Giggs, Scholes, De Bruyne, Lampard, Gerrard. That would be my 5. If you're asking me to put them in some sort of an order, that would be mine. G. Lawrence 94, Rice or Caicedo, who are you taking, Key? Declan Rice. Yeah, Declan Rice. I think Rice is better than Caicedo. I like him a lot, but I think Rice is marginally better. Just about. Zizou's coming off now. Zizou's coming off the pitch. If FM No Casuals is still watching. Yeah, he's off now. I don't know who it is who's coming on replacing him, actually. Who is it who's coming on? Zizou off. Who is he actually play? Who does he play for? FM No Casuals was telling me earlier that he's like an unreal player. Plays for Al Ahly, but he used to play for. Ah, mate, you can't. Do you know what? He's defo signed him on Footy Manager. That's how he knows him. Mahmoud Saber has come on in replacement for Zizou. Quick change there from Hossam Hassan, the Egypt manager. Egypt manager and all-time top scorer, by the way, for Egypt. Hossam Hassan. It's odd that you get that. National teams appointing sort of national heroes, I guess. The best ever player. But yeah, Mo Salah needs another 9 goals, or rather 8 goals after tonight. If he gets another 8 goals, he overtakes his own manager in terms of goals for the national team. G. Lawrence, start one, bench one, sell one, Isak, Ekatike and Salah. Well, luckily we don't have to. Luckily we can play all three. If it's start one, bench one, sell one, I think I would start Salah, bench. I think I would start Salah, bench Isak. No, start Salah, bench Ekatike, sell Isak at this moment in time. At this moment in time. And that's purely because Ekatike's quite a bit younger. And I think Ekatike has got a ceiling just as high as Isak, to be honest. I think they're both... The problem is that Isak's closer to that ceiling now. Isak's the better player right now. He's the better player right now, but Ekatike, I think, is he's definitely capable of getting up there. He's so good. So good. And Liverpool are very blessed to have all three, aren't they? Callum the Copite says, Key, do you have FIFA on PS5? If so, want a game sometime. No, mate, I don't play with Wolves. Sorry. No, honestly, I have it on PC. So I think I can play. You can cross-play, can't you, on FIFA? You can cross-play, so even if you're on PS5, I can play you on PC, I'm sure. And yeah, I'll have you a game, no problem. I'll wipe the floor with you. You can be Burnley. You can be your hometown club. Egypt, ball gets played in. Chance, nearly 3. Oh, unlucky. I'd smoke you. Behave yourself. Right, we've got 10 minutes left here, plus added on time at the end of the second half. Djibouti 0, Egypt 2. I thought we'd get more goals in this one. I desperately need an Egypt goal. I'm not even from Burnley. You hate that, you don't you? Listen to you. You keep freaking out every time it's suggested. I'm not even from Burnley. Don't even know what you said. I'm not even from Burnley. I'm Div 3. Pfft, Div 1, me, Chief. Div 1. Don't mess around. Although I haven't played online in a long time. So I might not be Div 1 anymore. I don't know. Here we go. Corner to Egypt. Hey up, Brain. How's it going? Cleared away and just about knocked back in. And got away by Djibouti. Simao Jose, I also need a goal. I place plus 2.52. Oh, mate, they're killing us, aren't they? They're absolutely killing us. Let's have it then, soft. Let's fucking have it. Oh, yeah. All right, I'll wipe the floor with you. No worries, Chief. Get in there, lad. How's you? Yeah, good, mate. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Apart from today, I've had to deal with my dad trying to engage scammers, basically. Do you know when you get a oh, chance must be. Yay! 3-0 Egypt. There you go, Simao. It's 3-0 and it's Mohamed Salah. Yes, Mo Salah with a third. Get in there. Get in there, 3-0. The Pharaohs have battered the men, the shoremen from the Red Sea. Yeah, so, sorry, Bryn. I was mid-sentence there just as Salah very rudely interrupted. He's turned up. Yeah, do you know when you get a message and you can tell quite obviously it's a scam and you're like, yeah, all right, cheers. Like you get a message or it's a bot or something like that. Me dad's not particularly au fait with computers and whatever, so he's got this message and replied to this message, which has obviously got them dead interested, and they've started messaging him back and forth and whatever. He thought he was messaging an old school friend because they've basically anyway. By and large, it's asked him to click on this link, and luckily, he's twigged and gone. I'll just phone our key and I'll just make sure it's all right. So I've gone. Let's have a look at what he's. Oh, it's absolutely very nearly they had him. But I said, listen, we'll block it, we'll report it, but They know now. They've clocked on. They're definitely 100% going to be They're going to be creating more accounts that message you because they've clocked now that you're that you're sus, that you're stupid enough to engage with them. So yeah, that happened literally like 5 minutes before the stream today. So I was a little bit late on because I was trying to stop him giving his life savings away. Yes, Simao, get in there. Salah with 2 to win it for Egypt and send them to the World Cup. Egypt qualify for the World Cup with this win. Djibouti still without a win in a very, very long time. Actually, when's the last time Djibouti won a football match? That's probably a decent question because they've been bloody terrible today. And they've lost, I think, the last... Let's have a look. How many have they won? Djibouti have lost. Oh, they won. They beat Rwanda. They beat Rwanda last year. Silly me. They've won once in 2 years. Once in 2 years. Yeah, it's 100,000 years. Something like that. Oh, hey, Christ, I'm throwing my phone all over the shop. I've got an itchy hand, eh? I hope that's money coming in. Is it your left? Your left is money coming or the left is money leaving? I don't know, it's one of the two. Sure, that's if you've got an itchy palm. It means you've got money coming to you. Right for leaving, left for receiving. That's the one. There you go. Maybe I'm lucky. Maybe I've got some luck coming my way finally. Yellow card for Djibouti here, and he's pointing at the ref here. Christ, can't be doing that, son. He's a captain as well. He's like that, pointing at ref's face. You can't do that when you get booked. Jesus. Bryn, G. Lawrence, itchy palm means Verts is due a goal or assist soon. Key, I tell you honestly, you're 100% flagged by Verts' agency. You're on a watch list. You are 100% on a watch list. Talk about him more than anything else. Right, into the last couple of minutes here. I will be back tomorrow, by the way, for those who are planning to come back. If you're not, then on your bike. but if you are, I'll be back tomorrow either way. Even if you just fancy popping in and saying hello. I'll be around tomorrow at 7:45, I think it is, for Scotland against Greece. And then... Hey, let me turn the page. Scotland against Greece, and then Northern Ireland against Slovakia on Friday night. Yay! How's it going, D. Nickel? Halifax are the informed team. How did you get on the other day? I didn't see. Yeah, you are the informed team, aren't you? Christ, 5 wins in the last 5. You're absolutely flying. Absolutely flat. Goal difference is a little bit sketchy though now, isn't it? Your goal difference is... I think it's got to be one of the worst in the league, that. 1, 2, 3... Hey, I tell you what, you've got the worst goal difference pretty much outside the bottom 4 or 5 teams. Defence is shocking. I was going to say, yeah, defence is all over the place, but your attack's, pretty solid. We watched Scunthorpe last night on this channel, mate. Scunthorpe was really, really good against Morecambe. Admittedly, it's Morecambe. Morecambe weren't fantastic, but yeah. Be interesting to see if Halifax can keep it up. You think you've got a chance of coming up? Morecambe are shit. hey, I'm rooting for you. I'd like to see Halifax come up to the Football League. I think I think the top 3 currently, they are the ones that I expect will, to be honest. If I'm really honest, I think Rochdale, Forest Green, Carlisle probably are the 3 that I expect will come up automatic. I mean, maybe in the playoffs, I don't know. Maybe Scunthorpe, Halifax. York City have kind of had a bit of a fall off as well. They've fallen away. I thought they'd do quite well. Started quite well this season. I was going to say, shocked at York. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? York have just started to fall away. Southend too as well. Southend have had a bad run of results. Callum, if you drop us your AID, I'll add now. We can have a game after your stream. You'll have to. Have you got Twitter? Add me on Twitter because I can't message it on YouTube. I don't know how to. I don't think you can message on YouTube anyway. So I don't know. I don't know how to get it to you. And to be honest, I don't even know what it is. I think I know what it is, but I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. D. Nichols should never have sacked Hinselwood. Yeah, they've kind of gone all over the place since then, haven't they? Djibouti, long ball forward. It's 5 minutes of added on time here at the end of this second half. Okay, yeah, TikTok, fine. Yeah, okay. No worries. Surprised Sutton. I've not heard of Sutton. I've not even had a look at Sutton. Oh, yeah. Less said about Sutton, the better. One win all season. Well, listen, one thing I am just going to say as well, I am starting to do, as of, probably it'll be after the international break, so I'm going to get through the international break, but after the international break, I will be doing at the end of every single stream, like a members only sort of 15-20 minutes wrap up at the end of each game where we talk about the game as it's like sort of full-time thoughts, I guess. So I'm going to be talking about that in the at the end of every single live. We'll do like a 15-20 minute live just for members. So I'm going to be doing that at the end of every live going forward. No surprises with Truro. Yeah, Truro struggled for a while. It's an interesting looking national. I mean, to be honest, all of the leagues this season, it feels like there's a load of teams that can come up and a load of teams that can go down. And it's very much the case in the National League. You get Truro away next weekend. It's a long old trek, that, isn't it? Very, very long way to go. Halifax to Truro. Last couple of minutes here in Morecambe. In Morecambe, in Morocco. It's not in Morecambe. It's because we're talking about bloody Morecambe. Us v Southport away on Saturday. FA Cup. Oh, FA Cup qualifying's back, innit? Is it the fourth qualifying round? Yeah. I saw there's a few teams who were, a few National League teams getting stuck in at that point. Halifax v Southport. That's a great game, that. It's away as well. Southport, hey, that's not too far from me, you know. It's not too far from me. I'd love go and watch Southport v Halifax in the FA Cup. That sounds like a belting game, that. I'd love to do more of that. Maybe as the channel develops and grows, maybe I'll do more of them sort of stuff. Where we go and watch games live and I don't know. I'd love to do more of that, though. I like watching lower league games and proper football, as we call it. None of this showbiz stuff. Right, 40 seconds left here. It is proper football, isn't it? Some of the best games I've been to have been at Moss Lane, Altrincham. Loved watching Alty. Not been there for a while. Right, the referee is about to blow up here, and we'll be finishing here in Morocco. Djibouti 0, Egypt 3. Egypt qualify for the FIFA 2026 World Cup. Big achievement for them. And Mohamed Salah adding another 2 goals to his Egypt tally. He's now just 7 away from being the all-time Egypt top scorer, displacing his own manager, Hossam Hassan, who is currently the Egypt top goal scorer. And there you go, there's full-time. Referee's blown up. Djibouti 0, Egypt 3. P. McCarran, and Ike, mate, how's it going? I'm going. I'm finished. You've caught me just as I'm leaving, mate. But I'm going good. Hopefully you are too. Callum, are you doing more games today, lad? Just 100. Put it on Scotland and England and Belgium. Nice. No, mate, that's my last game today. That's my last one. Ramirez, te amo, gordo hermoso. Good to see you, Ramirez. Right, I will be back tomorrow night for Scotland against Greece. Hopefully you'll join me. Hopefully you'll pop in either way. And if not, I will see you soon. Take it easy.